Oh, well, that doesn't look right for a start. What is this window? Dark Souls Critique. Okay, that was what I was watching earlier. Display capture can go to that monitor. Cursor probably not necessary. So what I need now is the Elgato software, which I should have installed. Turn that off. Okay, the computer is also ramping quite seriously because it's still in the middle of something, but it shouldn't be doing it for too long. Oh, bollocks. Also, it's made worse by the fact that we pipe it through a smaller screen. So I'll be able to see it, but it's a smaller screen, so I won't really be able to see it that well. So, let's just see. Okay, my audio is not boosted. I'm gonna have to keep core temp open because I need to know. I mean, like, my computer's been at 100 degrees. Like, the processor's been at 100 degrees for nearly 12 hours. Not that healthy. I don't need this. I could go with mod review. Not that it really matters. Mute. Go mod view. At least that covers up ugly old OBS. As long as I'm audible, I don't really give a fuck. Okay, emote mode is not on, which is great. Okay, I'm actually going to need lights on as well, which is... fuck me. Because I'm going to need to bring the laptop over. I'm going to need to find a HDMI cable that comes out of the Elgato. I have to find the other cable for my controller. Let me see if I've even got the Elgato software installed, which I should. Elgato? Elgato? No, I guess not. Okay, well, let's solve that problem first. Elgato. I need capture card selector. No, I've already got. Which one do I use for? Oh, select your product. Okay, I have a HD60 Pro, which isn't even fucking listed. That's brilliant. That's a great fucking start. So, oh, Legacy, HD60 Pro, there you go. So I use the 4K capture utility. I'm not signing up for a newsletter, thanks. Downloads, actually I can put it on the desktop, it's not going to make much difference. I think there was actually another one I used to use, but we'll see what it looks like when it boots in. I don't use the sound utility because I find it fucks with the rest, with my actual audio drivers. Which, like, they aren't anything special, but it's still really fucking annoying when it does that. So, get that installed. Hopefully not lose all my bitrate while it's happening. Next, yeah, I agree. No. Yeah. Install. Good thing UAC's off, because that solves me some problems. And then once it's installed, we can fuck around with other stuff. How much longer? It says 43 minutes, but it also said this. All I was saying now, I just start at. What time did I start doing this shit? Profile. It's actually so hot, my computer is literally a space heater. So the case I've got is. Hold on, let me. Oh, hold on, I'll wait for this to do and I'll explain. Because the cooler I've got is far too big. It's not like far too big. But my case only supports natively a 280 rad, and I've got a 360 in there, which should be overkill for my processor. Like, so the fact it's at 100 shouldn't really be happening, maybe, but what I want to do is, what I'm going to do later on probably is go into BIOS and set the fan duty for the fans on the rad be higher. So yeah, I've got, let's go publisher. Okay, it's over here, and we do this. So yeah, if I go to bring this tab over here, so mod view, whose is this? Okay, so we want the Aerocore X Predator 2. This is my case. Like, even on their own website, they'll tell you, I think they tell you, so yeah, that's the case I've got. So let's bring that here if it will allow me, which it doesn't. Oh, yes it does, excellent. Right, so somewhere on here, oh, hold on, there's actually an Adobe thing. So somewhere on here it will tell me the size of, let me see, case dimension, water cooling unit. Yeah, so one 240 or 280 mil radiator installation, and the one I've got, if my build is still correct, is a thermal take water 3.0 ultimate. And if I get a top-down view of that, like an angled view of it, I can show you sort of how it's in. This will probably be the closest I get. So, okay, fine. Copy image. No, back one. Copy image. So this here, exactly here, is meant to be a place where you can put a 3.5-inch hard drive. And like so, under that is a box that holds, like, is the bottom half of that. But I tore it out because it, like, the cables that go to it just clearly never worked. Actually, it's this way around because of the cables. So yeah, what I did was I mounted it to the frame. Like, it has all the right mounting points, so just like without this bit at the end, you don't really have the same sort of, what's it called? So yeah, it's basically like slanted, but it does fit. And it does a good job because like earlier on I stuck my finger on the rad because like I was talking to Alex because I've been stressing my computer all day, and I said to him, yeah, it's been like 100 degrees for like 10 hours, I think it was at the time. And he was like, really? This fan is 360, which should be like good enough to deal with. Like, it's basically, on a good day, it's overkill for my processor, basically. But it's, like, there are people using it for a 90, so if I go here, like, using a 9600K, drop my temps by 20 degrees. Like, the thing is like my processor shouldn't be running this hot, so it might be the fans aren't doing full duty. Right, let's take a look at this software and see if it's the right one, because otherwise I'll have to download something else entirely. It'll open eventually. What's this? What's going on in here? Have I got a message? No, it just means that I think Alex has joined the server. What 7 hells is this? It isn't. Right, so okay, let's bring my laptop, which is a terrible idea because the laptop is not in great shape. The case is the case at the top is actually damaged. I'm gonna have to. Feels like an Uwu stream, like Uwu.io. He does some really cool stuff. I think I'm gonna have to move this cable. Oh dear, I just lost a monitor now. No, okay, good. There should be. Bollocks, I might have it reinstalled. Let me really get behind him. Oh, this is fun. I should probably have done my hair better so it's not fucking in my face, but really all it is pulling it back. And because I should have a HDMI lead, like always, attached to the Elgato because I've got my Xbox and my PlayStation 2. And I got this really cool little upscaler for my PlayStation 2. It's powered by the USB port on the console, which is a bit strange. And yeah, it just like it does basic stuff. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a message. Let me see what the message is. I'm gonna open this anyway because I need to be able to get to it. Dozen, that'll do. Too many uploads? Okay. Wants examples. Still too many. I can only upload 10 at a time in a new server. Yeah. I think. Right, so the first thing I need to determine is there a HDMI cable attached to my Elgato? If the answer is no, then I've made a mistake. What's this doing down there? Where that lives. And that laptop case is going to fall over in a second, and I'm going to hate my life. This laptop is already broken as fuck. Okay, so I have just learnt there is no HDMI cable coming out of the Elgato. So none of these drawers. So I've got one like really good quality HDMI cable. Like when we went and actually bought cables and shipped the computer, we had the option to buy like just dirt cheap ones just to get, you know, just to do the job basically. And I think this one cost about 16 quid. It's slightly more pricey, but it's braided cable. It just looks nicer. Also gold connectors and all that shit, so it's good quality. And it's branded. It's not just like, here's a Tesco value HDMI lead. At least my hair's getting my face now. The problem is, I do not know where the cable is. Bad, because that's important. Let's get this here first. Do I just not have a spare HDMI cable somewhere? That would make a lot of sense. Okay, let's put on a bit of music while I'm going mad. I think I've already got like a tab open for decent. Yeah, this will do. Just sort of like calming shit music. That'll do. And then, let me just see. Is that coming through? Barely. Okay, we'll have that like that. So I'm going to try and find my HDMI cable. I'm just going to leave that playing. And I'll put this back where it belongs. God, I should have prepared. This is what prepared. This is not what professional streamers do. So find that drawer. Not in this drawer. Although that is where the cable for the controller is. Won't be in that drawer. Oh, please don't let me in the toolbox. Be the worst. So many drawers and cupboards and shit. Oh look, there's a processor for an old laptop. I'm guessing that's probably the 6930 laptop processor. I haven't been able to use because so I own about 6 laptops. My main, the one that I'm going to be using is my Nitro, which is an AM51551, which is actually probably one of the best laptops I've ever owned. And I've also got an 8930G, which is an 18-inch laptop. I've got a 6930G, which is another Aspire. I've got a 5742Z. Oh my god, why? This is so hard to find out everything. I'm trying to think where all the cables are. I bet they're in that fucking toolbox. I've just made my life harder. Move, Nando's. You see, being the smart cookie that I am, the thought that maybe I would have put them somewhere easily accessible because it's a good one. That looks like it. Yeah, of course that's it. There you go. This was right on top, but no, I should really have had this in a drawer that I could go through shit to get to. Right, now let's make sure I can get this into the back of the computer. Getting into the side of the laptop's easy because it's just one port. This is... Getting into the Elgato though is far more fucking annoying. because in order to do it I've got to turn my computer, and these cables to the monitors are not stable at all. When I put the iPod, I need my torch. I should just get like a light that goes down the back of my computer, the amount of time I spend down here. Just move the things. Hey, can you see? Oh god, I still can't see it from this angle. Fuck my life. I think I've reached the extreme of how far I can move this case without buttons. It's dusty down here. Be trying to get the compressor. Yeah. Cable's twisting in my hand, but it's not easy. Nope, I see it boil. Oh, fucking goddamn. Oh, that just ripped out a chunk of my hair. Excellent. Right, okay. So that's in. I haven't lost any other connections, which is always good. This I'll be able to turn up that fucking ring light, because it isn't doing any favours to the general temperature in this room. With the computer back without fucking anything up too badly. I can't push it all the way back in, because if I push it all the way in, then the cable, USB device not recognised. The last USB device you connected to this computer has malfunctioned. Oh no! What USB device? I connected to HDMI cable, you stupid piece of trash. Oh no. Okay. So I'm going to run this behind the keyboard. Luckily I don't actually have to do all this nonsense all that often. If I want to be able to play Elden Ring, then let me make sure I've oh my god, my back. Oof, fucking hot as sin in here, man. Okay. Oh, hello, it's finding a signal. Sweet! Man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. It's crashed. No, it hasn't. It was just a temporary input problem. Okay, that's good. Oh boy. Right, let's move this back over now. Problem is now it's going to be the placement of the laptop. Because, bollocks. I just literally love tapped the fucking HDMI cable and it's gone to shite. Okay, it's back. There's a little bit of input lag, but it doesn't matter because when I'm using it, I'll be looking at that rather than this. Settings, we want it at 720 rather than 1080. Like this laptop does run at 1080, but why doesn't it let me change it? Or is it because it's coming through it? Oh no, there you go. 720/60. Apply. That should be better. It's much more responsive. I like that. Right. Okay, so I need to know. Let's where's that music coming from? Go away. Pierce off. Right, so now what we need to do is, I can't remember if it's game or window capture. Let's start with game capture. We want capture specific window, and then we want 4K capture utility. Okay, let's recognize that. Do I full screen this? I guess I do. So that's true 420? 920? 420. Okay, it fits behind my border. I'm going to remove this group. Okay, it looks good. Looks really good. It's weird that my laptop is now on my desktop. It's so weird to me. Let's move my drinks, because otherwise pushing my laptop up is going to be a problem. It'll just spill them, and I don't need that. I've had enough of that. Oh god, that's going to crack. I need to get a new back for this. So I've got to bear in mind that I'm going to be looking at the laptop screen when I do this. So that other cable is here. How many frames have I lost? No, it doesn't really matter. It's not enough for it to be a problem. It's 1.5% and it was earlier, so. Use this controller because it's the only good controller. And then I want to launch Elden Ring, and what we need to do is fuck with the settings until it works. So far so good. It's booting. The only problem is obviously is going to be making it work at a resolution that doesn't overtax the laptop, and also isn't too much of a problem for the computer itself, because both of those things can be serious issues. Okay. Is that nearly done? 8 minutes. Dope. Just in time. Oh yeah, I'm not using the computer. Okay, system. Right, so what settings? 1280 by 720. We'll auto detect best settings and hope for the best. We'll quit and go back in, so because then it will auto detect. I've got quite a good number of games on here actually, and like the thing is if this works, then I can remove all the games and just use one game at a time. Like for higher end stuff anyway, because this there was a stream I did a while ago where I actually managed to get it to run Halo Infinite for I think it was like 2.5 hours, which is something my computer cannot do. Like why isn't it opening? Where's my mouse for this anyway? Oh, yeah, it just hasn't. It's just not reopening yet. Hold on. There you go. Easy peasy. There's no scuff here. I'm actually quite happy with the way this is going so far. It seems to. I'm going to turn it on off, man. Like, that is super hot. And I'm hoping what it'll do is all. I mean, we've obviously got to get into game and test settings there rather than. I don't even know what my save file is on this. So that's the thing. I'll have to. Yeah, like checking graphical settings is going to be the most important thing. Obviously, what I'll try and do is. There's a lot of lag. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, that's too much lag. I'm not comfy with this. Okay, let's change my settings. Oh, it's disabled stream link. Disable that. Device. Video input 1080. Oh, it's because it's reading this now. Okay, get off that screen. Let's do shrink. Picture. Recording. Because what we need... Don't enable flashback recording. We don't need that. What we need is... like quality over... I need quality over... There should be an option. Apply. Okay. I need quality over, like, looks, basically. Why is it still sourcing at 1080? Oh, because I'm at 1080-60. It's weird, because I'm also looking at my screen while I'm playing now. Like my computer screen, rather than my laptop screen, which is where I should be looking. So I should be looking at the laptop screen, but I'm effectively playing on Ultra Instinct right now, so... this seems like a pretty decent start. It's just like this must be a new save file. Just trying to make sure it's coming through at a good quality. And what I'll try and do is bump it up a bit until it basically just doesn't do it. Like, there's a lot of space between my laptop and what's behind it, so there's plenty of like room for it to vent heat out, and it's gonna vent heat like a motherfucker basically. Like, it's not gonna last at all. Ow. It's not gonna like playing something this. Hey GB, how's it going? We are testing, since my computer is spectacularly incapable of playing Elden Ring, what we're doing is I'm playing it through my laptop, and then my laptop is connected to my computer via my Elgato, and at the moment we're at 1280 60, and I'm going to keep pushing the quality up until my laptop refuses to do it. But it also means I can do this. So GB Moo. There you go, a nice little shout out. Is the thing working today? We're gonna play some lottery. Oh shit, today was Wednesday. Today was your Master Duels day. And I missed it. Hopefully you got some good games.
Oh, in my turn,
I guess. How did it go? Did you win? Are you winning, son? Okay, so 1280 by 720 isn't really breaking a sweat, except for some minor lag, but we can fix that. Oh, you haven't started yet? Oh, okay. That's, well, at least that gives me someone definitely to raid to. I mean, this isn't going to be a super long stream. All I need to do is make sure that what I'm doing right now works. Because I've got that challenge run I was planning on doing the other day. I'm going to try and do it again, but using this method. If it works, then that's great. So that's the medium. Okay, that's fine probably. Have I killed the tree sentinel yet? That is an important question. Yeah, this must have been the run where I started out and killed the tree sentinel. That means I got the design. I still have like 2 hours until then, no worry. Thanks for the thought. Not a problem at all. It's like, it's always one of those things that sort of is cool to me when like streamers go into other streamers watch other streamers. Okay, we're experiencing a lot of... Is that actually lag? Oh, hold on, let me swap up my... Yeah, like, Elden Ring has been insane. Like, I've been terrified of Souls-likes for a long time. And this is the one that's sort of making me consider doing a Drunk Souls, which is where I play from Demon Souls to Elden Ring with Code Vein somewhere in the middle, and basically take a shot every time I die. Luckily, I'm very good at alcohol, tolerating alcohol, so yeah, it won't be too bad of a problem. Although, the only thing I'm not allowed to do is the absinthe, because I think that after a certain amount of time, that just becomes self-harm. Like, when I put it to a mate, I was just saying, like, I shouldn't do absinthe for that, because Elden Ring is perfect for beginners. Granted, I'm biased because that's where I started. Oh, damn. I did... when I was at college, we got a PS3, and Demon Souls was one of the first games we had for it, besides, like, you know, the usual sort of Call of Duty and stuff. It was between the 5 of us, we sort of shared it, but, like, nobody was any good at it, including myself, I'm willing to admit that much. And so, like, basically, I didn't get that far, and I was just like, sod Dark Souls games, like, That's well, it wasn't really sod Dark Souls games. It's just like sod this game in general. And then like Dark Souls, I played each of the Souls games, just like not in massive amounts. So hold on, this is. But yeah, this is the first one that I've completed, and I've completed Elden Ring 6 times now. I've gotten each. I completed it once for each ending. That was the goal. My most recent was the randomizer. I finally got the where I left the Rani. Oh bollocks! I'm not going to ruin this. I left the Rani ending to be my last one because I think it's like one of the best endings. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Canonically, the Frenzy ending is the correct ending. Because if the timeline is correct, or like whatever, then Dark Souls immediately comes after it, because the Frenzy Flame becomes the first flame that the Old Lords discover. Which is sort of cool. It's like one of those sort of fan theory sort of things. No, not. What are they shooting arrows at me, or are they just throwing crap at me? I can't hit them. Oh, yes I can. Why can't I target it? Oh, let's see. Get down here. Or just die up the other place. But yeah, it's a cool theory to think about. Like, I like the idea of that this leads directly onto the lore of Dark Souls. As much as I like Rani and her ending, I really did like the Frenzy Flame ending. Yeah, I mean, it's also the only time, like, in the whole game, your character actually shows any emotion. Like the little dancing, the little dancing around when the tree's on fire and stuff. Yeah, I suppose after, depends on how long you spend when you play for it, really, but like about, you know, say roughly 60 to 80 hours, you know, you sort of look at it and you go, oh wait, this is really strange actually. That's solved. I don't have Margit Shackle yet. Like, one of the best things about Margit Shackle is you can run around in dungeons and use it to yeah, you can use it to trigger those traps. Also, you can use it to break the spell for invisible walls. Okay, so there's a tiny bit of lag on that, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to exit the game firstly, return to desktop, and then I'm going to set my display setting, my resolution down. Oh yeah, because it's detecting the monitor. Let's go to 1366 by 768, which I'm going to hate. Yep, I already hate it, thanks. And then we'll run Elden Ring at that, because it's no longer going to pick it up on the... Have you seen the special cutscene? Oh yeah, the Melina one. And it's because of that I believe that Melina is the Glowmide Queen that's mentioned. As like being one of the enemies of Queen Marika. I really love the lore that like, because the colour of her eye is meant to be glow, or whatever the hell that means. But at the same time, when you first come into the game, there's such a good video of... let me see if I can actually find that, because it is honestly such a good video. I think it's like Elden Ring Who Done It. And he's talking about who murdered the maiden. And I think I commented on this. I don't know why I opened that in the tab. Mute it. My headcanon is that Melina killed her in order to become your pretend maiden. because she's the only one she knows exactly where to find you when you first come to Lands Between, like when you end up in the tutorial hole, and she also offers to become your maiden. Like, so obviously somehow she's aware that you don't have one. But yeah, he mentions it's Godric who does it. Here's my literal comment. Would have found it more interesting if it wasn't Godric, but Margit. Lore-wise, Margit does have significant issue with anyone trying to do stuff with the Golden Order. It's only 5 minutes in. 10 minutes in, bringing in Melina is interesting since it isn't confirmed if she is or isn't the Glowmite Queen, who would have had a definite vested interest in overthrowing the Golden Order. And I'll put this in chat so you can check it out. I want to do my own like super lore video for Elden Ring, because like there's a lot of lore to unpack. I think that because it's at that now, I might be able to go up a step. 1365. What resolution is that exactly? So it looks less hideous. I think I have to return to my menu for that. Can I run it? Is BS. Oh, this was meant to be a speed run. Oh no. No, I know why I called it that. It's because, right, there is a name, there is a reason that that name exists, and it's because of this website. Can I run it Elden Ring? Right? Because by every definition, this laptop should not be capable of running Elden Ring at all. The recommended, the minimum requirements is an i5-8400. Now if I go to my task manager, that's going to look weird for a long time. My processor is an i5-7300 HQ, which is not only a whole generation behind that, but also a laptop generation processor, not a desktop one. RAM 12 gig, I've got 16, so I've got enough of that. Video card 1050, I've got a 1060, sorry, I've got a 1050, not that one, this one. I've got a 1050 Ti, which is, I've been told, is just straight up worse. So yeah, this laptop should not be capable of running this game at all. And yeah, I mean, literally here we are. You know what I mean? So it's still so weird looking at it, because I'm looking at it on my laptop, which is like in front of me, and on my second screen, which is also, and that was lag. I saw that. Oh, yeah, I sort of do a lot of sort of tech. I don't really care that much. It's just sort of one of those things that I have to be aware of, because I'm doing, well, mainly because my graphics card is just straight up dying at this point. I know nothing about your computer other than turning on sometimes. No, my graphics card is in real shit. I run, because I was doing a challenge run, actually I think it was the night I raided you, and my computer blue screened 7 times with 7 completely different errors. So my friend sent me a program called OCCT, which runs a bunch of, like, you can run battery tests effectively, and hold on, let me see if I can find the report it gave me. Nope, keep going. There we go. This shows 100 million errors on my graphics card in just under 9 minutes. So today I've been brutally thrashing my computer, looking, like, basically just testing every... Why is there no signal now? Yeah, it's back. Oh, that was fast. Yeah, so I run a lot of battery tests today, to make sure that everything else on the laptop was in good shape. Oh, sorry, on the computer is in good shape, which it is. Which is good. So at least that's, I don't need Stream Link. What I need is they should have, fuck, I hate that happens. Expand the color range. Sorry about the disco display on screen, that's not what I was hoping to happen. That's not planned. Okay, let's have it at 7:20:30. I'm just waiting to see lag on the main monitor. But yeah, so on this weekend, when I've got the house to myself for 3 whole days, I'm doing a series of super streams. The first one is what I'm calling a scuffathon, which is where I'm going to be streaming all the games on my computer, which is between 300 and 400 games. And when the game crashes, I swap to the next one alphabetically. And then on Saturday I'm doing some computer talk with Alex, because we're going to build a second computer for streaming on. So like this one will be specifically for games, the other one will be specifically for bollocks. The other one will be specifically for rendering and encoding. And then we're going to do some Hearthstone together. And then on Sunday, I'm doing the Elden Ring Challenge run using the laptop. And hopefully, nothing breaks. I'm just going to leave it. I don't know if I'm going to leave this catacombs alone. I just need to get through it, basically. I'm not enjoying how much lag there is. But yeah, so it's going to be 3 days of streaming, which I'm looking forward to. There are 2 goals I've got. Which I'm not entirely sure if we'll hit, but it's worth a shot. One of them is to fund a new graphics card, and the other one is for... Oh, the thing isn't even here anymore, is it? I'm just going to run past this, because otherwise that can... And I think that one kills me anyway. Let's go there. Just missed my chance to pick that up. I think this is just, I can't remember if this is a cemetery shade or a, oh, we'll see in a sec, a tree burial watchdog. Let's get this dead. I always forget they have that one beam attack. Plus, I've been watching another streamer play a randomizer as well. These things are actually brutal if you face them in the overworld. Like where they are meant to be. Oh. Yeah, I want to do, there's another streamer, Little Aggie, who plays a version of Elden Ring that's sort of like, actually I don't really think it's a different version as such, it's just like a competition. It's called Bingo Brawlers, where they get effectively a bingo board of 25 different things, and on that, and so like basically you do the challenges in the squares, and then hopefully you get bingo. One shot, baby. Sorcerer ashes. Oh god, these are crap. I should do Fringe Folk. Oh, I don't have the Stone Sword keys. If you do Fringe Folk, you get Oleg, and he's like one of the better summons in the game because he does a shitload of damage. And also, I think it's Oleg who does the bleed build up. Either that or it's the poise damage one. Righty ho. Oh, I can level up. I don't know. How does this look at your end? Is the lag really bad at your end as well, or is it tolerable? Because I'm not entirely sure, like, what I see lies, because I've also got other things running in the background, so, like, on my end it could look worse, because just by having other stuff open. Actually, saying that, I don't know when I'm going to do my little bosses one, the 165 bosses speed run. Not really even a speed run, because there's no way I can manage that, but... Have I already done the boss in here? I've already opened up this cave. Or opened it, at least the grace. I don't have the lantern, so I haven't been to the urn yet. It's a merchant up there who sells it. Have I done this boss? Apparently I have. Okay, well. So I've done Tree Sentinel, probably grafted Zion, the Tree Burial Watchdog, and the Beastman of Farum Azula. I mean, I could turn this game even further down. I could make this look... Like, I've always said that I will make something look like a PlayStation 2 game if it works. Church Fella, there's no boss there. First step, so Stranded Graveyard. Oh no, I haven't done Stranded Graveyard. I've done Soldier of Rick. And the first step, because that's Limgrave Highway. Let's see what other settings are currently, because it's still saying... I'm just going to ignore that. And I think this is basically everything on the lowest. Actually, there is one thing I can also change. What is that? I keep using my mouse as if I'm going onto my there. I'm going to change this back to 1920 because this looks hideous and it really pisses me off. 1920 by 1080, which is the recommended resolution anyway. If I go to Elden Ring, right click, properties, compatibility, disable full screen optimizations, because it doesn't need those. Maybe that will do something, because having those off actually prevents a lot of crashes as well. And then there's something about visual scaling that I saw in when I last did the Elden Ring stream. It's a shame as well, because that stream started really well. Now the question is, where do I get 2 stone keys? So I can do Fringe Folk. Well, I need to work out how to do, because there should be like a quality for performance slider. Am I going to go do the Crucible Knight? Because I kind of don't want to do that. But at the same time, it's probably a good fight, so... It's a good way to get me completely mothered for a while. Very, very useful. I don't even know if I've been... I guess we'll find out shortly. I don't even know if fighting the Crucible Knight at this level is a good idea. I guess I could use that one instead. Holy damage negation is pretty good against Crucible Knights because most of their aspects are wholly based. I love the fucking launch. The fight against Crystal Knights would probably be far easier if I knew how to walk properly. Yeah. Like, it's not input reading, you need to stop pretending it is. It's not really input reading, but it's basically the same thing. Plus I hate two-handed weapons. You waste so much additional stamina for not enough, like for not really enough benefit. You know what, I actually found Electo easy, like, when I did my randomizer run, Electo was in this Everdale instead of the Crystal Knight. I actually found her, I only died to her like point. This Crystal Knight will be kicking my ass. Which I don't plan to. I think I'm just gonna go in a different direction. Okay, so now it's a 1920 by 1080, which either is going to make it look really, really good or really, really bad. Because I know that there are certain things about graphics cards I don't know, and one of them is that if you run a game at its like optimal settings, or like the height, so your graphics card is using 100% basically, and it's actually better. I don't know how it works, but look at that input, that's incredible. I'll just get his friend. Reach talisman, not particularly useful yet. I can hear my laptop beginning to spool up. Let's just double check. Let me see, what's my computer itself doing? Oh, Camtasia's still open, that can go away because I'm not using that right now. Everything else is relatively fine. I don't know how to... You see, there should be a way to just... Okay, fine, I won't do that. There should be a way to just capture the game screen rather than without having to full screen it. Or maybe there's a region capture for it, or crop the thing down. I'm not entirely sure. It's stuff that I'll have to play around with. Oh, this leads to where you get the Godric Knight Hatches thing. The first time I came here, I really hated this. Like, there aren't many places early in the game where they just throw an absolute, like, buttload of junk at you and go, nope. This is one. Godric Soul Ashes, and they're not very happy about that. Later, bitches. We are leaving. Oh wait, have I even got... No, I do have wolves. And I also do have Godric soldiers. Oh, I can afford it. Got it, I'll get Godric soldiers. And slightly less useful than wolves, actually. And even Angelica implies poison. That's a piece of crap. A little bit of extra for that, a little bit of extra health. I've got the stone sword key from here. But I must only have one in my inventory. Okay, so now I've got exactly this game in exactly the same thing on 3 different screens, and it's fucking with my mind. That's just actually, let's go see about that invader. That was the most fun I had. After I basically finished randomizer, I just run around to all the areas with invaders and melt them with the Hand of Melania. That weapon is so good against invaders, including Thea's champions, which replaced what's the name of the dude they replaced? Dadigon. Think you're jumping at me, bitch? Oh no, I shouldn't be in that. That wasn't too hard. The hammer talisman. Okay, well, I don't use it, so it doesn't matter to me. Small red effigy, dual skull finger. What was that I did in... When I did the challenge run, there was a reason I went to Leonia. Oh, it was so I could go back to get my runes off there, because I killed the Gothic. Yeah, next time I do, I probably won't. So it's been going 58 minutes. I mean, this wasn't meant to be a super long stream, it was just to check that well, number one, that I knew where to be fair, this would have been a lot easier to set up if I remember where the HDMI was to start with, and now it's back in my computer, it doesn't matter too much. Other than that, I think this is just going to be minor tweaking of settings to get like the smoothest possible outcome. So I mean, I'm looking at on 3 screens and I'm occasionally seeing lag, but the game works. But I'll have to check over the VOD later and see what actually shakes out, because now I'm seeing it on the stream as well. But saying that, that's because it's not only rendering, it's because it's rendering both the game itself into the Elgato software, as well as the stream preview on my mod view. So it's all just technical issues basically, but it's like it works, kind of. It's just fiddling around with shit settings until something shakes loose and everything works. Get off the tree. But since this does work this way, I mean, I would have preferred to get the other Elgato software. I don't know if the fact that this is specifically the 4K capture makes a difference, because it's detecting that the screen input, or like the screen output more specifically, on my my monitor resolution is 1080p. So, plus we've got our new border to work on. That's good. Plus maybe a 24-hour stream to look forward to. That's what's good. Melina, you're going to take me to Roundtable Hold, aren't you?
Forgive me to determine if you had them. It seems torrent, whereas I may. There is, but I can take gathering plate.
Nah. Now I'm going to go and mug off old boy Thops by not even giving him 10 runes. Although saying that, he does teach you some sorceries that are quite useful, so... Sup?
You're 10, believe it or not.
Yeah, I have 10 runes.
Well, you're a true.
I've only actually found his second key twice. I know where it is, I just don't ever get it. Pebble, Arc. Arc is actually really insane. Like early game against mobs. Nuts. So, effectively what I'm getting out of this is not perfect, but it does work. And for me, oh bollocks. Okay, that worked somehow. I'm not entirely sure how, but it did. Uh-oh. Am I? Okay, no, good. I thought for a second there I was at Ronnie's Rise already, where you shouldn't really be because of that graveyard. Yeah, this might be the way I do Elden Ring. Like once I've got all of the lag worked out, I think that this will be how I do like all the like random challenge runs and stuff. So I'm definitely going to go back and do the Dragon Queen. It's going to be like it's just something I sort of thought of and went, oh, damn, that'd be cool. I don't think they've seen me this far, so it's all good. Hello.
You're new around, surprised no matter. Why don't? Oh, but don't. Oh.
Purchase. So he has a lantern, but it's 1800 frickin' runes. That's a few too many runes for my liking. Stock. Oh, impedance. That's not that good. Light shield has no skill. Oh yeah, I must have, okay, yeah, so I have killed the tree sentinel and I have killed the, what's it called? Oh, this one has Square Off on it. I always find Square Off to be hilarious. Oh shit, I forgot. There's Revenants along here. Piss off. Chase me, ugly little bitches. Get the bracelet while I'm still shite. Oh, thank God. Okay. So what we've worked out is that it does work. Just it needs some fiddling. Fuck you, Revenant. This one should take me to the front gate of Relicaria, which I don't have the key for, so that's not great. Good to know. At least I can get this grace stuff. Oh wait, I need it to be the other way. Hold on. Yeah, so we know this kind of works effectively. Print screen. So now we will find someone to raid. Let me see, has Chibi gone live yet? Also, it's bleeding over into my next monitor as well, which is kind of weird and a bit uncomfortable. Oh, you see Matt's not playing Yu-Gi-Oh no more. That's disappointing. TV Moo. Is TV Moo live? No. We've got... Ding, 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 ding. TV, if you're still there, do you want to go live now? I'm joking, don't worry. Oh, she's playing League of Legends, that's not great. You do a freaking raid! Oh, Seraphir's playing Minecraft. Let's mute and see how that's going. Minecraft is on my list. Okay, let's raid Seraphir. Bonk. Slash raid. Seraphir. And we'll do raid 2. What? Oh, okay, it did work. Excellent. Why am my stream command for that not working? Raid 2. Really? Is my raid command not working? Raid 1, which shouldn't work because I don't have that emote anymore. Bollocks. Okay. Let's do this. Have I got time? I've got time. Yeah, Stinky Gold Raid, that'll do. There you go. Let's go raid Seraphir, who's playing Minecraft, and now that I've tested this and I know it sort of works, that's all I really need to know. Thanks very much for coming, and I'll be back later. Well, not later, but you know what I mean.